Hey guys, welcome to Practical Home Projects. So today's project in our big kitchen install is to redirect a duct vent from the floor. So we're going to be installing some cabinets right here, however there's a duct vent right here on the floor. So I bought this cool kit from Toe Ductor that allows me to redirect that air at an angle, and then there's a little bit of a flexible duct, and then it'll come out right at the toe kick. So this Toe Ductor kit is pretty much got everything you need all in one. So really the main downside is that it costs about $100 just for this simple kit. That's just a couple pieces of metal and some screws. So I was looking into trying to DIY this myself. So you would once again need to go purchase those individual connection pieces plus the ductwork itself. The flexible ducting really only comes in a round shape, and since this is only about a 4-inch tall cavity, you have to get a really small flexible duct and still probably be compressing it. So that kind of was out of the picture. So then going to a rigid duct is technically possible. However, you would have to fully install the entire thing before you place the cabinet down on top of it, which would be very challenging to line everything up perfectly. And the second difficulty piece is that the rigid ducting is designed to have the screws placed on the side of the duct itself, which is unfortunate because the cabinet is going to be covering up the ducts. So you can't really reach inside, which means I'm either going to have to use some sort of adhesive or strapping, or screw through the outside of my toe kicks, which I don't want to do. Whereas this Toe Ductor kit, they really thought ahead, and they have the flanges that kind of bend outward so that you can attach them from the outside after your cabinets are already installed and make sure you have a very secure attachment. The first step in this installation process is to fit the flexible ducting over the two end pieces, and you'll do this before you even attach it to the floor. Now this can take a little while because it's a tight fit. So now that I got this hose kind of wiggled on there, I'm going to attach it with the foil tape, and then it comes with these bands which you can screw together to get a nice tight clamp as well. It's definitely going to be easier to install the hose and pipe before I try to connect to the floor, so I'll do that. This is a special type of tape, and even though not required by the instructions, I'm using it just to make sure that our ductwork is airtight. The next step is to install this band. I want to make sure that the sleeve is all the way over that collar as far as possible before installing the band, and I want to make sure I have at least one wire braid above it. And put this band on the top side so that it's not touching the floor during your installation. So I'm just going to get this snug for right now. Make sure not to over tighten it or else you could crush the collar. I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same thing on the other side. I decided to use a pair of pliers here to hold the bolt in place while I was tightening, just to make sure that it didn't twist on me. So I'm making sure that everything is nice and seated and snug. If not, then I'll tighten it up a little bit more, but now I'm ready to go ahead and install. I used a piece of vinyl flooring here to act as a gasket to help make this airtight between my duct system and this new Toe Ductor. You may also choose to use some caulk or adhesive tape or something to help avoid any leaks. Next, place the connector directly over the vent opening. Once it's perfectly lined up, go ahead and put the screws in the corners. Next, you're going to cut the openings in your toe kicks or the base of your cabinet for this Toe Ductor to mount to. And as you're installing the cabinets, make sure that those flanges are sticking out so that you can affix those to the sides of your toe kick. And that's everything. If you'd like to see more footage of us installing the toe kicks, please check out our toe kick video. And as always, please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions, put that down in the comment section below.